I didn't understand what you wanted.
Yes, sir, you can start now.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah. Recording on है क्या? Hello. Hi to all the young engineers who have passed out recently and who are planning to pass out in the near future. Welcome to the Skill Edge Get Edge program, where we are teaching you different skills required to make your career. My today's session is drilling, which involves CNC drilling and conventional drilling. We'll be spending around 1.5 hours on understanding the whole process of drilling. Just to briefly introduce myself, I'm D.K. Mohan, an industry expert with more than 3 decades of experience in manufacturing, machining, production, overall administration of companies, sales, marketing, brand building, dealer management, team management, growth and profitability. I have a long exposure to all the machining operations. So I hope I'll be able to contribute to my experience to building up your career. Today, most important thing is, without having required skills, it is difficult to get a job. It is difficult to make a career in a good growing professional companies. All engineers who passed out recently, they have degree certificate, they have some score in the degree, they have some project. But apart from these two things, they cannot write anything in the resume. Neither they know anything apart from these two things. Whereas today's employer is looking for some skills. He's not looking at your theoretical knowledge. He's looking at some skills which he requires, which are in demand. So very important that you should acquire those skills. In Skill Edge, we are teaching you all those skills: manufacturing and machining technologies, lean management, new product development, welding technologies, design, quality, and problem solving. Out of this, the topic which I'm taking is manufacturing and machining technologies. 80% of you are going to be recruited in manufacturing industries, which convert a raw material into a finished product by doing some machining operations. So in manufacturing and machining technologies, I'm going to teach you quality and relation to engineering drawing, CNC machining, CNC turning, milling, drilling, die and mold machining, CNC programming, what are the different cutting tool materials like tungsten carbide, high-speed steel used in machining industries, what are super abrasive materials like diamond and CBN grinding wheels. And we'll also take you through Industry 4.0, how to get acclimatized with the upcoming Industry 4.0. My today's session is on CNC drilling. Basically, drilling is called a hole making process. Drilling is a part of hole making process because it also involves drilling, it involves reaming, it involves boring, enlarging of the hole. So it's a big subject. Any component you take, it will have some holes. The holes may be for nut and bolt clamping. The holes may be for doing threading after the drilling is over. Hole may be for pin insertion of a pin. Hole can be clearance fit, tight fit, interference fit. So we are going to teach you all these things. Hole tolerance, how hole tolerance is decided. How important is hole tolerance? What is shaft tolerance and what is hole tolerance? If somebody says my shaft is 20 J6, other person says my shaft is 25 H7, what is H6? What is H7? What is J6? It's very, very important. Because these tolerances define how much allowance we are allowed from basic dia of 20. Is it plus minus some microns? Is it plus microns? Is it minus microns? Yes, anything is possible. In this content, in this module, I'm going to teach you all type of drills. High-speed steel drills, solid carbide drills, insert type drills, their geometries, then operations, and most important, how many types of holes are there? Some are straight holes, some are blind holes, some are through holes, some are holes on a tapered surface. Is it possible to do drilling on a tapered surface? How? Some are called stack drilling. The number of plates are joined together and you make a hole through them. How important is internal coolant supply? Because drilling is what something where the chips, the whole drill is going into the hole, the chips are trying to come out. But if you put a coolant from outside, the coolant is stopped by the chips to go inside. The chips are stopped by the coolant to come outside. Correct? So the coolant doesn't reach the area where it's supposed to reach and cool down. If it doesn't reach, what happens? The whole area will get hot and the effect of coolant will not be there. You will think you are giving big coolant, so many liters and all, but jahan pahunchna chahiye, wahan pahunch nahi raha. So we'll also discuss of cutting parameters, hole tolerances, hole quality, impact of coolant. What should be the speed, feed in drill? What is peg drilling? What is difference between drilling and reaming? Correct? So this particular module will help you to make drilling easy for you. As I told you, 99%. It is solid carbide drills, braced carbide drills, and indexable drills. The most famous, the most comprehensive, and the most versatility type of drills are insert type drill. एक जमाना था जब हाई स्पीड स्टील ड्रिल होता था, उसको बार बार ऑपरेटर ग्राइंड करके लाता था और फिर वो ब्लंट हो जाता था. हर 10 जॉब के बाद ड्रिल को ग्राइंड करना पड़ता था. Today nobody has got that time. Please understand, drilling done on a radial drilling machine may cost you machine cost of maybe 50 rupees per hour. If you do drilling on a CNC machine, then the cost of the per hour machine may go to around 600 to 800 rupees. So can you do slowly things on a machine which is so costly? So the objective is that to get maximum output, maximum productivity by using the best tool. So in insert type drill, it is suitable for different type of materials. There are different grades for different materials. आपको cast iron में drilling करना है, steel में drilling करना है, stainless steel में drilling करना है, aluminium में करना है. सबके grades अलग-अलग होते हैं, सबके cutting parameters अलग-अलग होते हैं. And the best thing is, this insert type drill can be used up to L/D5. L/D5 का मतलब क्या हो गया? Diameter of the hole versus the depth of the hole. What I said? L/D ratio is diameter of the hole versus depth of the hole. For example, if I'm having a 20 mm hole and the length, the depth of the hole is 100 mm, then L/D is 5. So today in the latest technology, insert type drills are available from 12.7 mm to, it can go to 60, 80, 100 also. L/D4 is very, very common. I'll also teach you what is the difference between conventional drilling and deep hole drilling. What is deep hole drilling? Generally, deep hole drilling is L by D 10 to 100. 10 to 100. 10 mm का आपका hole diameter है. If it is going to 1 meter depth, L by D 100 हो गया. It's also called gun drilling, BTA drilling, and ejector drilling. Ejector is double tube system and BTA is single tube system. So I'll be teaching you extensively on all these fundamental principles, and I'll improve your basic knowledge about the drill. Most important part of drilling is to decide whether to use a high-speed steel drill, whether to use solid carbide drill, whether to use braced carbide drill, and whether to use indexable drill. This is a very important question. For machines which are very, very poor, horrible, vibration tendencies, everything shaking, there we go by the old age concept of high-speed steel drilling. Correct? Because their high-speed steel drill has got more toughness. It will not break. It can take shocks. But compromise is the average cutting speed of high-speed steel drill can be 30 to 40 meters per minute. Whereas insert type drill, you can go for 150 meters per minute. So around 5 times faster drilling is possible in indexable type drills. And the best is whether the job is tapered, job is oblong, there's a hole, a cross hole in between, all type of drilling are possible. So I'll just show you some type of drills. Yeah. So if you see this chart, the normal drilling is a simple through hole drilling. Then you have interrupted holes. That means one hole is crossing at 90 degrees to the other one. Tapered entry, tapered exit, plunge drilling. Then also we have a range of, every hole will have some drill cum chamfer, drill cum step bore, drill cum countersink. Generally, a hole will not have simple hole. Many times the designer sees that suppose there is a bolt sitting in the hole. There is a bolt sitting in a hole. So bolt head will be of much bigger diameter. It will be hexagonal bolt head, and it will be much bigger diameter than the bolt itself. So when the whole bolt goes into the hole, if you make a cavity, a counter bore for the helical part to sit inside, then the bolt head will not project outside. Correct or not? So bolt head doesn't project outside. So what you require is a drill cum bore, drill cum counter bore. Back facing. At the end of the hole, you require some chamfer or some profile. That is also possible. So we have a lot of, combination tools which will do drill cum chamfer, drill cum radius, drill cum counter bore. So all that is possible. So we will be going into depth of all these things. I invite you to my session on drilling, which is quite interesting, and it will clear all your doubts as far as drilling is concerned. This is a series of lectures after I conducted introduction to machining technologies. We had raw material selection, which is very, very important, metal science, strength of materials. Then we had turning, we had CNC milling, and now we are having drilling. I welcome you all to this session, and I hope you will be enjoying a lot. This session will be quite interactive and very, very informative. So I wish you all the best. Let us meet again shortly and very soon. Thank you. Thanks a lot.